in the interest of lowering expectations high. They say you learn a great deal from technology, and I think I agree quite a bit with that, because I have a friend who, until the advent of email, I thought he was normal. And every week without fail, you get an email, and it's always about cats, which is quite funny, maybe. And every week it's cats that look like Hitler, cats driving tanks, that's quite funny. And then this week it was cats in tutus. I think that's great, but deep down you really think that's the weirdest thing that I've ever masturbated to. It's not true, I promise. I can't say I have any particular experience with Tinder, but I just want to throw the one-liner there because a lot of my mates do, and I'm sure it's topical. You do almost have to respect someone who looked at RSVP and thought, this is great, we just need to make it shallower. This text can be distracting. But I was on RSVP for a little while, and I think they always advertise it quite poorly, because I think they should advertise RSVP as a cost saver, not as really attractive people who could have got dates in pubs anyway, talking on an ad about how they got a date on RSVP, and shock. And you look at it and you think, well, if they only advertise it as a cost saver, because in a lot of instances, certainly when I was on it, you think, well, I could have a shower and I could, brush my teeth and gel my hair and put on nice clothes and other clothes and get a taxi into the city to be rejected by beautiful women. And you think, wouldn't it be just better if I could do that sitting at home in my underpants? And but what I think is quite weird about it is that the type of things that people write on RSVP are not the type of things that you would say to anyone, or at least I wouldn't anyway. I can't imagine a scenario where you sit down and you actually sit opposite a person and you say, I'm classy, and I'm intelligent, and I'm friendly, and I'm beautiful, and I'm modest. And you just think to yourself, you think, right, okay, just to break a few of those things down, you think, okay, if you've ever uttered the phrase, I'm classy, you're not. If you have to tell someone that you're intelligent, either you're not or they're not. And I'm not sure that's the basis of a strong relationship. And just finally, I'll put it this way, I'm not one to cast judgment or anything, but I think I've come to the conclusion, the only way it's respectable to write the phrase, I am beautiful, is if it's written in Braille. I'm no particular expert. I wouldn't pretend to be. I might be the only person you've ever seen in your life who's actually uttered the phrase, I don't want to get ahead of myself. And if it's only the third time we've had dinner together, but it might be. I'm almost sure it's a date. I've been wrong. But I think a lot of it's to do with your upbringing. As an Irish Catholic, you're thought that anything that's romantic in nature is suspect, possibly. Irish Catholics out there. And particularly sex. Sex is obviously viewed with a lot of suspicion, and I think that's quite weird, because sex is a joyous, wonderful act, I've been told. And and I do think, whatever you're given in life, make the best of what you've got. And I think if you're going to be socially awkward, like me, you got to turn it into an art form. So what I've decided is, if you're going to fucking sing, just do it in style. So about a week ago, I was in Darlinghurst, and I was in one of those baby paraphernalia, overpriced shops, and where they've got like 4 items on display. And the owner came up to me, and we were chatting away. And in order to make conversation with her, I said, okay, you've got really, really nice products here, and this blanket's ridiculously soft, is it the weave, is it the wool, or, some of the bullshit. And no word of a lie, she actually said, she goes, no, we don't use New Zealand wool, and we use the Nepalese wool. And I actually replied, oh, I didn't know, as long as it's about sheep, it's okay to be racist. I didn't even know you could get barred from a place that didn't serve alcohol, but there you go. I think part of the problem for me is that I have just terrible problems putting people into pigeonholes, good or bad. Just can't do it with race, nationality. I meet someone, it's pretty fresh, and I came to this realization recently when I was talking to a mate of mine, and we were talking about ex-girlfriends, and I was thinking to myself, okay, you mentioned ladies he dated, and I thought, okay, I dated a tall brunette Irish girl, and I dated a petite Aussie with fair hair, and I dated a red-headed American lady, same height as myself, 6 foot, and you're not supposed to laugh there. And I came to the realization, I said, well, there's nothing. There's nothing I can think of that would link these three ladies together, except for the fact that they're all fictional. That's funny because it's true. Thank you very much for your time. Thank you very much.